What is up, YouTube? I go by SuperHuman and I am back. It's been a while since I've done a video because of college and whatnot, but I figured right now is a better time than any to make a video, so that's what I'm gonna do. Now, I've been playing Pokemon Showdown for a while. Like, I'm not really good at all, but just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna upload a video of a couple of my battles that I recorded a couple of days ago. And yeah, you guys can laugh at me as I ultimately fail. Alright, I'm gonna show you the team that I'm using for this battle. I'm doing OU battles, by the way. And as a side note, I didn't come up with any of these names for my team. If you want to blame anyone, blame my friends. So thank you guys. Yeah, to start off this battle, I didn't know what he was gonna start off with. So I basically was like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna start off with my Garchomp. He started off with Pinsir. He goes for the Mega Evolution, and I was like, fuck you, I'm going for Fire Fang. Didn't do too much damage, but I got the burn. And he goes for Return. Does more damage than I thought it would. But I got leftover, so eh. And I didn't know what else to do, and I didn't feel like switching out, so I just said screw it and go for Outrage, and it worked. And he sends out his Alakazam, and then he uses Psychic, which took out a good bit of damage, and then I'm stuck using Outrage, so I ended up taking out his Alakazam. Then he sends out Muck, so I switch out to my Gengar. He uses Gunk Shot, it doesn't really do too much damage to me. Then he goes for the Shadow Sneak, which is super effective, still doesn't do too much damage. So I hit him with Hypnosis, and then I go for the Dream Eater, which does a lot less damage than I thought it would, but you know, he really can't do anything still because he's asleep. So I go for the Dream Eater one more time, which was enough to take out his Muck. So then he sends out a Scizor, he uses Bullet Punch, which does a lot of damage. Then I go for Dark Pulse, takes out 50%. So I switch out to my Volcarona. He goes for Iron Head, doesn't do too much. And I was going to go for Fire Dance, but he ended up switching out. So his Gengar ended up catching it. That's 2/3 damage, which is not bad at all. I go for Fire Dance again just to finish it off. He goes for a Azumarill. And then I switch right out to my Breloom. Uses Belly Drum. And I heal myself with the Toxic Orb even though I'm at full health. And I just go for Energy Ball, take out his Azumarill. He goes right out to his Scizor again, because he only has one Pokemon left. So I switch out to Volcarona again. Oh no, I actually switch out to Garchomp. Man, I'm messing up. He goes for the Sword Dance. He goes for Bullet Punch, which ends up taking out my Garchomp. So then I switch out to Volcarona. He goes for Bullet Punch again, which does a good bit of damage, even though I resisted it. He's burned. And then I go for Fire Dance. And that's the end of the battle. Alright, this next battle, judging by the way it began, I honestly thought I was going to lose it, but luckily for me, I did not. Alright, to start things off, he sends out his Chatot, and I send out my Cloyster, and he goes for Chatter, which does a lot of damage. I didn't think it would do too much, and then I'm confused, ended up hurting myself, use Chatter again to take out my Cloyster. So then I go for Gastrodon, use Chatter again, does a little less than a quarter of damage. I'm confused, but I end up using Ice Beam, taking it out. Goes for Tangrowth, so I switch out to Volcarona. Goes for Giga Drain, doesn't do too much of anything. So then he switches out to his Blissey, and I go for Fiery Dance, hoping that his Tangrowth would still stay out. But I didn't do really any damage either. So then I go for U-Turn, and then I switch to Breloom. He goes for Light Screen. And I go for Focus Punch, which ends up taking it out. Switches to Alakazam. I hurry up and switch out to Volcarona one more time. He goes to Mega Alakazam. Uses Psychic, which does a little over half damage. Uses Psychic again, almost takes me out. Surprised it didn't. Then I go for Bug Buzz, does pretty fair amount of damage. He goes for Shadow Ball, takes out my Volcarona. So then I switch out to Gengar, use Dark Pulse, which is super effective. Takes that out, switches out to Jump Left and uses Sleep Powder, puts my Gengar to sleep, which I am not too happy about. But you know, can't really do anything about it. So then I just switch out, he goes for the Sword Dance and the Acrobatics, which takes out my Breloom too. See, this is where I start messing up, and I start to redeem myself right here. He goes for Sword Dance again. After I switch out to Gastrodon, use Ice Beam, takes out the jump low. He switches out to Swalot. I switch out to Garchomp, and he goes for the Stockpile. And he switches out to Tangrowth, and I go for the Earthquake. It doesn't really do too much at all. So then I go straight for Fire Fang. It does super effective damage. Doesn't really do anything though. He goes for the Leech Seed, so now I'm seeded. I go for Fire Fang again. Go for Fire Fang one more time just to take it out. He switches out to Swallow one more time. And I go for Earthquake. Doesn't take it out, but 9% damage left. He goes for Stockpile one more time. And then I just decide to use Earthquake one more time just to win that battle. And with that, that is the end of that battle and the end of my video. It was going to be one more, but it was a really short battle and it was kind of pointless to put in. But yeah, that is the end of this video, like I said. But yeah, I'm going to probably do more of these. Probably have another one up in a couple days, if that. Also, if you want to battle me, and this is me basically giving you an open invitation to embarrass me. I'll leave my Twitter down in the description. If you want to battle, just tweet me. I'm basically free whenever because I haven't really been doing anything lately outside of schoolwork. And I'll probably record the battle and throw it up on YouTube so everyone can see how bad I get beat in Showdown because I'm really terrible. Like right now I'm only showing you the footage from like the battles that I won. Like I lost a lot of battles before I came across any wins because I'm terrible. I don't know, next video I might try to show some losses because, you know, nobody's perfect except for me. Not really. But yeah, on that note, I'm out. Subscribe, bitch!